Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. Not really much to add to yesterday's update. However, to keep it simple, as long as we are holding above the 214 level, this is our sort of make or break point for this short-term bullish scenario. I'm going to probably track primarily or only this scenario here in which we can move higher short-term. After price broke above 269, we now have some clarity and we can track some impulses to the upside, even though I'm not extremely happy with how the structure is looking like, but it's probably the best we have at the moment. Just be aware that, of course, a bearish scenario is not off the table, but until 214 breaks to the downside, this scenario is absolutely likely given the break above 269 and the strength we see at the moment in the market. And that's sort of the clarity we've been waiting for, because for the last few months, the market really hadn't made up its mind yet. So we were waiting for a signal of the market, a break out of the range here. And the 269 break gives us some clarity at least. And until this structure breaks, we can focus on it. So the idea is that we're now moving higher in an impulse. That could be an ABC structure in a wave 4, which could result eventually in a move to the downside. What I cannot rule out is that all of wave 2, this entire correction, which started last year up here in June 22, I cannot rule out that this entire correction is already complete and this is a bottoming phase and we've slowly started to turn around here. This is a little bit unclear. The reason I say this is because if I consider the length of this wave 2 time-wise, and if I look at the length of this wave 4, which took much longer, it may very well be that all of this correction was already finished. So I just need to make that very clear, because I think if Natgas really is turning around at some point, it will be super aggressive. And after this complete sell-off, a third wave rally will take us to $10 and beyond, medium term, long term. So just want to make that very clear, that we are in a broader accumulation phase down here. So looking at this structure, we could say, okay, we had a 1-2-1-2 setup. I can live with that, and that we're now in this third wave. Within this third wave, it looks as if this third wave isn't finished yet. It broke above the wave 1 high, but is a bit too short. And looking at the sub-wave structures, I would say we have a chance that this was a 1, this was a 2, this was a 3, 4, and this fifth wave could get one more high. Let me actually change the wave degree here. So could get a little bit more upside. That would complete only a third wave. Then we should get a fourth, which ideally avoids an overlap with that yellow wave 1 high, which is at 269, 270. Then we should get a fifth wave of a third wave, then a fourth wave and a fifth wave. And that's how it should ideally cascade higher. And after this circle wave 5, we should have a decision point reached. It is the decision point where this move up should be finished. And it's all about, this would be in a overall bearish setup, the completion of a C wave. And if we then see an impulse to the downside, we get our last wave down of this bear market. However, I will also at the time then, and it's too early for that, but when we get there, I will provide you with a bullish support level, because in a more bullish interpretation, we could be dealing with a wave 1, a wave 2. This would be a third wave, even though price action is not typical for third wave behavior at this stage. It's too choppy. Then we could get a fourth and a fifth. And if we hold this support, which I will be able to give you then, we can get one more high. And if we get 5 waves up, we have clarity that probably this entire bear market already finished. It's very early days, so we really need to be, there are different possibilities for that. To be fair, no, I just made a mistake. This cannot be a 1-2 setup. So the wave 1 would need to start now. But even then, after this move up, we need to provide a bullish support. We'll need to see where we are then. No, forget about that. This is not a 1-2 setup here, because in the scenario where we've already bottomed, this was a wave 4, this was a wave 2.5, made a slightly new low. Yeah. Completed everything here. Yeah, and then we would start basically a new bull run here. But I need to see, you know, when we've completed this structure, then I can give you a support area to hold a higher low. And if it's doing that, that could be another setup for higher. But at the moment, I'm focused on this one because I have no evidence that price has already completed the bear market. But we need to be aware of the potential. First of all, anyway, we're now tracking this count as long as we hold 214. And again, in any pullback now, price ideally avoids a break below 269 because this is the yellow wave 1 high. And in any wave 4 pullback, which is still to come, we want to avoid an overlap with wave 1. It would only be possible in a diagonal. Okay, it's possible. This could all be some kind of a diagonal structure, but it would be very messy again. Let's see. We're going to track it. We'll give our best to track it. And at the moment, the price is making higher highs, higher lows, is still in this price channel though. Now again, this is not a terribly well-defined price channel, but it's trying to break out. And next resistance is the $3.2 level, what I've labeled as a wave high, the 3rd of March high. And looking at some of the indicators, I mean, there is short-term upside potential, but let's look at the more meaningful ones on the daily chart. Daily chart here, it's in the bullish range, not overbought yet, so there is certainly further upside. In contrast to what many say, I don't really look at overbought levels. Overbought just means it's a strong uptrend. The MACD is still pushing higher. On the weekly chart, which I find very reliable, we're obviously pushing higher. Yeah, already started a while ago with that, pushing higher. The MACD had a bullish crossover, so you know, things are going in the right direction. On the 2-week chart, I think this will be a very relevant one. We're about to get a bullish crossover on the MACD. We had a bullish crossover on the RSI already. So the indicators look largely bullish now. The monthly, this is going to be an interesting one. It's a very long-term one. Back in December, when we crossed bearish, I highlighted to you that we can expect another 70% drop, which occurred. So waiting here for more bullish signs as well. Yeah, so overall, largely bullish. So it's just about, okay, is this just the C wave of a wave 4, which could still get some more upside movement, or is it already the actual breakout? This is the topic I think we deal with now, as long as the 214 level is holding. All right, that's my update about Natgas. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.